Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Craig Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your March the 24th, 2026. Well, shaping up to be a pretty nice day as we wrap up our Tuesday with a lot of sunshine after some morning clouds, and it's cooler outside and it'll stay that way for one more day, but we are going to see a big warm up before we wrap up the work week and then another cool down coming in for the weekend. Now, before we get into this full report, if you're new here to the Talking Live Broadcast Channel Facebook page, please hit that follow button. And if you're watching over on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. And more importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates. All right, let's go ahead and start off and take a live look there in Chattanooga. What a gorgeous afternoon. A lot of sunshine. Temperature's pretty comfortable. Seeing the trees starting to green up out there. Pollen levels are pretty high, and they're not quite as high as they were yesterday, but they're still pretty elevated, and they're going to stay that way because of the fact that we're going to stay warm. We're going to have some warm periods in there, and we're going to also stay dry, so not a lot of rain to help kind of wash the atmosphere out a bit. Looking at your conditions at Lake Chatou, check that out. That's a gorgeous afternoon. A lot of sunshine as well. Just a gentle breeze up along the northern areas there of North Georgia. Looking very nice for this afternoon. Now, looking at our local radar, not much to show you here. We were hoping that maybe we'll get a few showers around for your Wednesday, but I really don't think we're going to see anything there. We might see a few more clouds around tomorrow, but no real rains in the 7-day forecast to help us out with those pollen levels. As we look at our satellite picture, boy, check that out. Wow, that's a very nice looking picture. A lot of clear skies there across East Tennessee and North Georgia here for your Tuesday afternoon. Checking out the temperatures, warming up there nicely, mostly into the 50s and 60s for this afternoon. And again, we'll see similar conditions for tomorrow before a quick rebound in temperatures going into Thursday and Friday. And Friday looks like it's going to really warm up a lot ahead of that next cold front before it slides on through as we go into this upcoming weekend. So let's go ahead and take a look at our forecast map. We're first going to take a look at the North American model here as we kind of got it looping here. What we're looking at is not much. It's going to stay pretty much on the quiet side here for the next couple of days. You see the model's trying to bring in a little bit of light precipitation there on the NAM model, but man, it looks like the atmosphere profile is a little bit too much on the warm side here. If anything happens, a sprinkle maybe. But for the most part, I think we stay dry. And then once this, whatever is left of this cool air wedge breaks out of North Georgia, it's going to really spike going into Thursday and going into Friday. In the meantime, we get to deal with a fairly comfortable night for tonight. Check these readings out here overnight. Most everybody here sitting in the 40s for overnight lows here as you begin your morning on your Wednesday. And then for your afternoon highs, as we go forward here for the afternoon, not looking too bad here. We'll see temperatures getting up around near 70 degrees there in Chattanooga, in the 60s here across North Georgia. So again, not looking too bad here for tomorrow. And then we'll see again much even warmer temperatures as we go into Thursday and Friday. So let's look at our forecast maps here. We're going to look at this from our latest from our friends from the National Weather Service as we kind of watch that little timestamp there on top as we kind of highlight the days and going right into your Wednesday. Again, looking pretty quiet here across our area, and going into Thursday also looking pretty good. But as we go into Friday, that's when we're tracking this cold front. Here it comes. We got a pretty big high gets building down here, 1040 high coming on down here, and there's our cold front in here. Again, not expecting much with this. If we get any kind of rain, maybe coming in late Friday into Saturday, maybe. But again, not much there as that high kind of builds on in. It will be a bit breezy on Saturday with the cooler weather moving on in for Saturday. Sunday, the winds will let on up, and looking like we might see some scattered frost going into the upcoming weekend. Again, nothing too bad there, but frost is a possibility. So if you have any potted plants or if you've already done some planting, you may have to take some precautions for this upcoming weekend. But then things are going to warm right back up going into Monday and Tuesday next week. We'll see things begin to warm up quite a bit. And it looks like we won't see a really pattern change to bring us any substantial rains, probably not until the first week in April. I think we're going to finish on the dry side here for the month of March. So let's take a look at our forecast here for tomorrow. Looking at 68-47 officially, partly sunny skies there in Chattanooga. You notice the high resolution model was a little warmer, going 71. So within a couple degrees of that, wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. Looking overnight lows tonight, mostly in the 40s here for overnight, maybe a few 30s at the higher elevations, but otherwise not looking too bad there. Daytime highs, pretty nice, holding mostly in the 60s. Again, a weak wedge across North Georgia, still holding on to a little bit cooler there over toward Dahlonega, LJ, Jasper, and Blue Ridge, but everybody else kind of getting upper 60s. The further west you get, you're definitely pumping into the 70s, that's for sure. Regionally looking like this, again, we got the cooler air to the north and eastern area, so that means for Asheville and Charlotte, cooler in the 60s, 68 in Columbus, 73 in Birmingham, but 84 in Jackson, 70 in Memphis, 79 in New Orleans. Next 7 days, here we go, as we're going to warm things up. Look at that. We're up to 84 on Friday, and then we cool right back down, mid-60s. So we're a 20-degree swing there behind that front coming in Friday night and going into Saturday morning. And then we creep back up to the upper 60s on Sunday, and then middle 70s, maybe even warmer going on Tuesday. But notice the next 7 days, I don't have any real precipitation painted on there. So unfortunately, when we get these warm spurts, we'll get these pollen fits that'll go along with that warmer weather as the trees kind of respond to that until we get them fully, bloomed out right now. So pollen will continue to be a problem here for all of next week as long as that dry weather sticks around. So again, not really tracking any substantial rains until probably around the 4th or 5th of April, the way things are currently looking on the long-range models. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. Please give us a follow there on Facebook and on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to be alerted on all future weather updates. All right, that's it for today. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.